talk about warm-up sets. And do I need this microphone? Absolutely not. Is my emotional support microphone? Absolutely. So let's keep going. A warm-up set is what you're going to want to do before your working set. So let's kind of break it down. Working sets are basically, you get your program. It says you have 3 sets of 10 reps of deadlifts. Those are supposed to be working sets. They should not be warm up sets. You should be using the load that is going to get you maybe, 1 to 3 reps shy of failure on those sets. Those are working sets. Okay. So that's what those are going to look like. But the warm up sets is basically just getting your body ready to do that movement and to lift that load. Because especially with things like a deadlift or those big compound movements, like a squat, a barbell, overhead press, bench press, all of that, the load is potentially going to be heavier. And so you don't want to, get to the gym, you go through your little dynamic warm up, get your body ready to go, and then you just load 200 pounds on the bar to start deadlifting at your max working set. You want to get your body ready for that, and that brings us to another point actually. So as you get more and more through the workout, depending on the exercises that you're doing, not every exercise is gonna require a warm-up set. Okay, realistically, maybe the first couple of exercises are going to require a warm-up set. After that, your body's ready to go because you're doing, those big compound movements. So your body's pretty much warmed up. But definitely the first, especially depending on, like I said, how heavy the load is, you're going to want to do a couple warm-up sets. So let me take you through how you're going to do that. So let's say your working set for 10 reps of deadlift is 100 pounds. So basically, you're going to do your dynamic warm up and then you're going to load maybe like 50 pounds on the bar. And then you're just going to do, 1 or 2 reps, but you're going to get in your stance. You're going to get in your power stance. You're going to brace your core. You're going to lift that weight as if it was 100 pounds because that is getting your body ready to do what you're about to do. And that's basically a warm up set. It's going to make you stronger. It's going to help you progressively overload better because that first set is usually just your body cranking out all like, getting everything loosey goosey kind of thing. And so you're not even really ready to perform your max lift until you've done that a couple of times. So that's why you don't want to waste your working sets on those types of lifts. So it's always very important to just warm up, do a set or two. So let's break it down again. So, for example, that deadlift is that first exercise. So, you do your couple of warm up sets. The warm up sets should not fatigue you. And also, the warm up sets should take like a couple of minutes. We're not doing like full sets, we're doing 1 or 2 reps, get your body ready, take like 30, 60 seconds, maybe do another one, depending on how heavy your load is going to get. But once you do that, you go into your working sets and you do all of those. And then the next exercise comes up. Let's say the next exercise is a barbell bench press. So you're realistically going to have to do a warm up set or two for that because, yes, you did warm up sets and your body is probably warm from that deadlift, obviously, but it's a totally different movement pattern. It's a not number one, it's an upper body movement pattern, obviously. You're laying down. It's a totally different movement pattern. And so you're going to want to do a couple warm up sets for that too. But then after that, let's say you have like an overhead press or like a row or something like that. You probably don't need to do a warm up set for that one just because your back is already warmed up from the deadlifts, the bench press, your upper body, your shoulders are probably already warmed up from the bench press and the deadlift. And so you see what I mean? But also, there's no hard rules here. Listen to your body. If you go to do the overhead press and you just know, like, no, my shoulders still feel stiff, like I don't feel good, I don't feel ready to jump into my working set, then yeah, it's not going to hurt. Do a warm up set then if you want to, just a lighter load than what your working set is. And you do that a couple of times. So let's not overcomplicate it. I did want to explain what a warm up set is because I do think it is an important part of progressive overload and your workouts, but I don't want you to overthink this at the same time. Okay. So keep it super sweet. Just think of it as an extension of your warm up. Okay. And basically, all you're doing is getting your body ready to lift the load that you're about to lift. So that way, when you get ready to do, your 3, 4, whatever working sets you have, you can use your full strength and potential that you have because you've already warmed up your body. You're not using those working sets as a warm up. So, yeah, and that's it.